Hello everyone, welcome to This Day. It is Thursday, it's October 9th. I'm Michael Taylor. Good to be here with you today. We've got a great show. We've got some weird weather going on outside. We'll talk about that in a minute, but I hope your week has been a great one. I hope you're getting ready for our weekend, our first big long weekend of October. On our show today, we got a good one for you. Dean White's going to be here from Caring Senior Service, going to talk about home health care, some of the advantages of being able to stay home and still get the support you need for appointments and drives to the doctors and a little house care and meal plans, things like that, all at the house. He's going to talk about why those are so beneficial for people to be able to stay home as they get a little bit more help in the world. And then later on the program, Boomers Club, they've got their dance coming up. They got a big bash going on in November. They got all sorts of fun stuff going on, so we're going to look forward to that one as well a little later in the program with the Boomers. All right, right now though, we want to keep you informed. And are you ready to mingle? Let's get ready to mingle. There we go. We got some speed dating coming up here in the Village. It's going to be on Saturday, October 25th, and there's going to be another one on November 15th, and there'll be another one on January 17th. You can attend them all, whatever works for you. Where is going to be over at the 19 restaurant. Tickets are $15, so it's a great way to mingle, see some folks. The dates are going to be like 5 to 8 minutes, so like it's speed dating. It's one of those things where you meet a lot of people, see if there's a spark, whatever it might be. If you have more information about that, you can contact Rachel Barnes at the email address right there at the bottom of your screen. So there you go. Like I said, let's check the weather, and we got some strange, funky weather going on. Right now, we got 78 degrees for today. Going to be mostly sunny, but we have some big clouds, some bands kind of moving through from a storm down in the south in Mexico area, and that actually could bring us a very slight chance of rain this afternoon, so don't be surprised if our mostly sunny turns to kind of cloudy and maybe a little bit stormy later today. Then on Friday, we're going to be a little bit warmer and mostly sunny. Then we start to little taper off on the warmer temperatures as we head through the weekend, and then on Monday, look at that, 70, back down to 70 degrees. I've been liking the fall temperatures. I've been liking the clouds. But, you know, spring and summer always trying to make a little comeback this time of year. So there you go. We have to live with that, but great temperatures. Let's take a look at our sunrise, sunset while we're at it. And hey, there you go. We got a beautiful picture here from Smith Rock in Oregon. Thank you very much, Dennis Harper, for sending us this picture. Look at that beautiful stream. I'd love to go floating down that stream, do a little fly fishing maybe out there. That'd be fun. All right, sunrise this morning was 6:51. Sunset tonight, 6:24. If you have a picture you'd like to send us from one of your vacation spots or just around here in the community, nice sunrise, sunset pictures, we'd love to see them. Email us, lagunawoodsvillagetv@gmail.com. Make sure you include your name, where you took the picture, and we will use it in our sunrise, sunset segment. All right, folks, we're going to have a couple meetings to tell you about. Then when we come back, we're talking to Dean White from Caring Senior Service. Stay with us.
We believe every senior should be able to remain healthy, happy, and at home. At Caring Senior Service, we understand the value of compassion and companionship. Our caregivers promote health, happiness, and independence. We cook nutritional meals, engage in meaningful activities, run errands, do light house cleaning, and more. Call us toll-free at 833-926-3700 or visit our website, CaringSeniorServiceLW.com. Healthy, happy home. Caring Senior Service.
We're in a kind of a living room setting, a home setting, and that's a great place to talk to Dean White from Caring Senior Service about in-home care for seniors.
That's right. That's right. Hey, Michael, good to see you again.
Good to see you again.
It's always good to be back here at Laguna Woods
Absolutely.
TV.
Yeah, and thank you for coming in. Let's talk a little bit about what Caring Senior Service does, just for folks who may not be familiar with your product.
Yeah, the biggest thing that we provide, I think, is peace of mind. Mm-hmm. It's a time that mom and dad are starting to struggle a little bit. Either there's dementia, they have fallen, they might have some not only forgetful things, but there also might be some physical things. And we provide a caregiver that comes in and restores life. And I know I say that in a grandiose way, but it's really true. Mm-hmm. We have people who are just getting through life, and then we bring a caregiver, and now they can go back to what they're used to or doing, or go back to the grocery store, get back into activities. It brings not only some more life in that person that that we're bringing caregiving to, but also brings peace of mind to the kids.
Now, some people might call and they say, well, so why should we call? Why should we call these and get this service in the house? One way, and it seems strange, you're hiring a service on, but it could save you money in the long run, right?
Oh, it definitely can. So let's say that you're not calling anybody and you're just taking a risk and somebody falls and slips and hits their hip.
Right. Now you're calling the fire department, you have an ambulance ride and all those kinds of things, right?
And you do. And then you have to change the house to better somebody to move around. Now we're looking at longer care, longer hours, versus if we just had somebody there 4 hours a day or 8 hours a day, you could have, make sure that they're not slipping and falling. Also, that's a good point that I just thought of. I go in the house and I take a quick look around and I'll say, okay, we need to remove the loose rugs. We need to add a little stool in the shower. Where can I get this, Dean? Well, let me show on Amazon. And that's all free. And so there's a lot of things that we can do that's preventative is what I'm saying.
Right, so the preventative things, they head off those kind of emergency calls and those kind of services where it's like you just get hit with a bill and there's no shopping around, there's no looking for the best kind of deal, so to speak.
Yes, and I mean, I mentioned a fall like a hip, but some falls are even worse. Sometimes people fall and break a nose or
Or
even
have a
worse,
serious
hit their
head injury, things like that.
Yes, and then the other one is when we have a caregiver, the caregiver goes in and takes notes, and we're reading the notes of what's happening. We might be able to see something that's happening in that person's life and inform the kids that they don't even know that's starting to occur. And so if we're able to ward off something that is coming around the corner and prevent it now, then that saves a lot of pain and suffering and cost as well.
And another reason to call is just so people know other options. Like, what do you provide? What can we get? And during your assessment, what do you think we need?
It's really true. When I go into a house, it's a free assessment. We talk about the needs that somebody may have, talk about the regular schedule they have, and we talk about what are they used to doing? Are they sleeping during the night? And there is a way to look at the costs and mitigate it. One of the ways is if you're a vet, and we've talked that before. So if you're a veteran, we're one of the few companies in Orange County that are approved with the VA that we can help with vets. Another way, they might have long-term care, but they don't know who to do and how to call them, et cetera. And I just had an appointment last week that I said, hey, let's just call your long-term care together. And the daughter kept saying, oh my gosh, we have the right guy. Because I asked all the questions that somebody may not know to ask. And one of them is, does this also come with respite? And then the family goes, well, what's respite? Well, it's a part of your policy that they can give some other hours for the family to have a break. And it's covered in your policy, but unless you ask, they're not going to tell you.
Now, it's not always the people who need the services that call. A lot of times it's the children of these folks or family relatives that say, hey, it's mom and dad are needing some help here, right? So you also get some peace of mind in that area too.
100%. And we get a lot of family members that live in a different state. Here, their mom or dad live in Laguna Woods, but they live in Idaho or Arizona or even across the country. We get to be their channel. And so they get to hear daily what's going on with mom and dad, or weekly if they're in their weekly, and they get to get a better pulse of what's going on, and that gives them a big peace of mind. I also go in there and I say, okay, the house needs to be suited with cameras in some situations and how to do that, and other times it's something that the parents have been fixing over and over again that just needs to be replaced.
But sometimes there's resistance from the people that are having the caretaker come into their home. Hey, I want my privacy, I want my independence, and how do you kind of overcome that struggle?
Yeah, that is such a present problem often. I'm not sure if I want somebody in here. No, we take it slow. One of the ways is that we start with a short shift and get used to having somebody there. But the other one is, if you don't like the caregiver, we simply switch them with somebody else. Now, if you went to Facebook and decided to hire a caregiver and go through the trouble and getting somebody there to save a couple bucks, you might be able to get a good one, but now it might be tough if they're not the right one to let them go. And where this one, I manage it all. We bring in the right caregiver for you.
Okay. Now, whether it's you or another service, or if people are shopping around for multiple services, what are some of the questions they should be asking of you to kind of vet and figure out if this is the right service and fit?
100%. I feel like this is the moment that I feel like everybody should be taking a notepad down and saying, okay, these are the questions I should ask.
Okay.
You know, the first one is, of course, what is your hourly rate? Is there an overtime charge? What other charges might be considered hidden? You know, with mine, there's no sign-up fee, there's no service fee, but many companies have both of those. If you, what other fees do you have besides the hourly? And they might say a transportation fee, and that might charge for mileage. You really want somebody that just has a straight-through billing that's clean. So one of them is the pricing. The other one is how flexible are you on the hours? The big one is, are the caregivers background checked?
Right.
And are you fully insured, and are you fully bonded? So any legal company is going to be fully insured and bonded, so that if something goes missing or broken, you know, we get to replace that. And so, but the big one is, do they have enough caregivers that we could take a caregiver that shows up and might do a great job, but may not be the right personality fit? Then we switch them for somebody else.
Okay. And there's a variety of things that your caregivers can do, including meal prep and taking folks to medication, getting their medications, taking them to appointments, right? There's kind of a potpourri of things that you can people can choose from on what they're based on their needs, right?
Very much so. So a lot of our caregivers will take their client to the doctors, take notes within the doctor visit, send those notes to the office and home, so they know, you know, what's going, so the kids know what's going on. Also, it's nice to have somebody take notes, because you don't always remember what the doctor says. But also meal prep, you know, preparing them breakfast, lunch, dinner. Also, you know, doing some light house cleaning. This morning, Anna showed up over at Carol's house and took her dogs for a walk, because that's the first thing that needs to happen. So the dogs went for a walk, and now she'll come back, prepare Carol a little breakfast and coffee, and then clean up the kitchen and clean up one room, and then get Carol ready for the shower. And as she's in the shower, she's going to strip the bed. She's going to get her sheets starting to get washed. Then help Carol, you know, come out of the shower and get ready in the front room. Of course, have time with her dogs, and then start in a little bit on lunch. And then with also you know, watch her meds, give her meds, the right ones, so that we don't forget what meds to take. So that's just an example.
Right. How important is it to have the consistency of a caregiver in the home, that they can monitor changes, they can relate those changes to doctors, family, loved ones, and be able to help make decisions? Because something, hey, I think your dad needs to go to the dentist, or I think those kinds of things, something they see because they're there all the time.
It's very important. So an example, we have a client named Ken, and Ken is, we were there just 4 hours a day, but Ken is starting to diminish a little bit mentally as well as physically. And so we discovered that he had a UTI. And we told the family, and the family were like, thank you so much. They took him to the doctors, and sure enough, got him on some meds. Because anytime there's a UTI, it also equals delusion. And so delusion, confusion, everything else, you never know what's going on with mom or dad. Why are they angry, or why are they leaving the house and wandering?
Okay.
There's something going on, and it's usually an infection, either tooth or a lot of times a UTI. But kids aren't going to initially see that.
Right, and they're not going to be there to see that, hey, there's something going on today, there's something different, there's something off, right? And the people who are there daily and they're giving those reports, they're the ones to notice that and to kind of step in and intervene. How important is it for you to know that the people you screen, we'll come back to the folks in the house, are the professionals? They know what to look for, and you have them bonded. There's a security in that when you put someone in a house for someone's loved one.
Yeah, it's very, very important. We really want to make sure that they feel safe with this caregiver coming in. Now, especially when you're Laguna Woods, you don't want somebody just to knock on the door and say, hi, I'm your caregiver. You know, it's a little scary. Is it really my caregiver? It'd be better for it to have somebody that introduces them, that comes from a company that's reputable, that has been around for a number of years, where, you know, Caring Senior Service is in 18 different states, 60 different locations. And, you know, I own the one right here in Orange County. So We love Laguna Woods, and it is so important that not only do we have the right caregiver that's trained, we have over 200 courses online that we take our caregivers through, but that it's also the right match. And so somebody that just needs somebody to come by once a week for 4 hours to help with laundry is different than somebody that might be bedbound that needs to be 24-hour care.
That's what I was going to say. Are there different levels of training that you have your folks do? Because there are certain people who, hey, this is a person who just kind of does a little meal prep and companion, cleans up a little bit, but then all the way to like really almost like nursing care.
100%, yeah. And that's really important as I meet with the family to then pick a caregiver that matches that need and that's been trained. And we have a lot of men and women that come in as caregivers. And you want to match that person up with the right, physical person too. So that, if they are strong enough to lift me.
I was going to say like a lifting an adult as opposed to just helping them in and out of rooms, or maybe they were pushing wheelchairs and having to load those into the cars, right?
Yes, we have everything from Christelle, who takes Kimiko to to get her nails done and get her hair done, and to somebody that is needing 24-hour care, and that we had, Nancy with Patricia, that is needing that care on a daily basis, and we had with Nancy and We Win, and they would be caring for Patricia on a regular basis, making sure that she had a daily bath, she got fed, she was changed, and that she was living in a very happy way.
There you go. People living in happy ways. That's what Dean White's all about from Caring Senior Service. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks, Michael.
You're watching This Day. We'll be right back.
Caring Senior Service provides a variety of care services to help seniors age in place. To learn more about how we can help your family, contact us today.
I dashed really quickly from the set right over here, so I could have our next guest, who I would never want to miss. I want to start this interview as quickly as possible. The Boomers are here. Welcome, Howard Fox and Dan McQuigg. Thanks, guys, for joining us.
Thank you.
And you have lots to talk about, and I'm going to guess we're going to start with Halloween.
Yeah, that's a good place to start.
You got a big bash coming up.
Yeah.
Are you giving out bags of candy during the?
We're giving out lots of candy.
Yeah, lots of candy.
Yep.
Lots of candy.
Prizes. Trophies.
Is there going to be a Halloween contest?
Yeah.
Costume contest?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a Boomers dance, Halloween dance without some contest.
I'm gonna open my candy while you guys talk about the Halloween bash. So tell us when, where, and all that fun stuff.
We have the Funky Hippies coming on October 18th.
The Funky Hippies.
Yeah, the Funky Hippies. There you go, to help us out with the dance and help us with judging the contest.
Okay, so Funky Hippies. So where'd you come up with the Funky Hippies? Where'd you find these guys?
They've actually played for us maybe 2-3 years ago.
Okay.
And yeah, we had so much fun that we said, you want to come do our Halloween show? And he said, absolutely.
There you go. Fun times. And we got Indiana Jones on the set here. Is that what we're shooting for, Howard?
That's what we're trying for.
We're trying for. The enthusiasm is just oozing out of Howard. All right, so that sounds like a fun one. The Funky
Hippies.
Hippies show. And are they going to kind of do a Halloween theme kind of thing for you, or do you have a regular show, or sing Monster Mash at least?
Oh, I'm sure that they will. Yeah, I put in a couple of requests. There was a request for them to teach us the hustle, so we've requested that. I'm not sure if it's going to happen, but we're going to try. Yeah, it's been a long time since we've done the hustle.
Well, 70s, it came out right in the 70s, didn't it? That song, I remember that was a kid. I heard, do the hustle. But moving on to November, you guys are going to be dancing again. Another fun time. This is going to be your big one with the Absolute Band.
This is an excellent band. It's about a 10-member band. They've got the horn section. They've got everything. They've been with us a couple of years, and great big hit. They were a huge hit. last
Yeah, they
year, the
played
year
for
before.
us at Woodstock.
Woodstock, too.
Oh, okay. They
past
were
June.
so now they're coming back for folks who enjoyed them at Woodstock and get a second helping here in the fall on November 15th, Clubhouse 5, right? Doors open at 6 and dance starts at 7.
Yep,
Exactly.
the third Saturday of every month.
Yeah. How hard is it to keep these kind of shows? I mean, you guys have a lot going on. It's a lot of organization and planning, and you're always looking to the next show, right?
It's a lot more work than people think.
Yeah.
Rallying volunteers to put on the event, which is always a big project. Work in advance of the event, the day of the event, the cleanup afterwards. It's a lot of work, and we owe it all to the volunteers for everything they do
Right.
to help us do this. Plus, Diane is out scouring, the bushes trying to find bands that we can use, and she does a great job. I mean,
Thank you.
month after month.
Yeah. And is the music part? It really kind of brings people together, doesn't it? Like when people have the bands and they're all enjoying that, everybody's on the dance floor together. It kind of brings that sense of community for the Boomers, right?
Yeah, it's fun because you get to know people. Like there are a lot of people that I dance with, up in the front. I don't know their names, but I know that they're there every month, and I love dancing with them. So that's what we're all about, just having fun and doing some dancing.
And even as the holidays come, Christmas, you guys are still going to have some dancing. You're going to have your holiday dance coming up in December, right? My goodness. Tell us about that. Enchanted Forest? Okay.
Our holiday dinner dance is always like the most. I mean, we go out everything. We've got like 5, 6 different Christmas trees. We've got Santa and his elf is coming this year. We've got Flashback Heart Attack, which if you haven't seen them, you've got to see them. They are so much fun. I mean, you just dance the night away. We've got some terrific prizes. It's just going to be perfect.
Now, Boomers is not like a lot of the other clubs, like, Pickleball Club or the New York Club, where there's kind of a sense or a community around that. But Boomers is just, what's the whole essence of Boomers, and why would somebody say, well, I'm going to kind of join these Boomers?
Well, we just like to have fun. That's the bottom line. We know what we're about. A lot of clubs have a lot of events, but they're not really sure exactly what they're doing as a club in general. We're crystal clear. We have a dance every month. We have good music. We have fun. That's it. That's what we're about.
And when people want to become members, they want to get involved in that, what's the best way to kind of like, should they come to an event? Do you think like they should come and just kind of pay for it as a visitor or guest, see what it's all about? How do you like people to kind of come into the whole world?
Well, I mean, if they want to get involved, then they should contact me. And, we'll see what they want to do and how they want to do it, and we'll get them into something, and they'll see what they like. As far as membership goes, it's open to all village residents.
Okay, well, and Diane, when you first came to Boomers, how did you discover Boomers, and how did you become a member? You're so involved, obviously, now.
When I moved here in 2021, in February 2021, and there was kind of a little bit of COVID still going on, so I was like, I want to join a group. So I looked at, all the clubs, and I said, okay, this club is the one that kind of has the music that I like to listen to. So the first few times I went, I said, I want to volunteer. So I was the person years ago that would go up and down the ramp, giving people their wristbands and talking to people. So that's how I started with the club. And then I kind of got more involved, and then ended up vice president this year, plus entertainment.
Plus entertainment, plus, all the things you do. And Howard, how about you? How did you come into it?
Let's see. We also moved here in 2021. We liked the music, is the reason we gravitated to the club. And I kind of figured getting involved is a good way to start meeting people in the village, because we knew nobody when we moved here.
Here you are on the set of the show wearing funny hats and.
Oh my God! I'll never live it down.
You look like a great indie.
Yeah, gee, thanks.
Good job on that one. All right.
And I also hate snakes, so there you go.
See, already.
Yeah, I know. We got something in common.
All right, so let's recap on the Halloween Bash. That's your next big event. If people want to come out and see you guys, It's going to be on the 18th at Clubhouse 5, 6 p.m. doors open, 7 p.m. the dancing begins, and it's going to be Funky Hippies show, right?
Bring your own everything.
Bring your own everything, and members, it's $20 for members?
Free. No, members are free. $20 for guests.
And that's the other thing. If people want to join, all these events are free for the members, right?
Yeah.
$20 for guests.
And this is the best time of the year to join, because if you join October, you get October, November, plus the dances that we have next year. So you're getting like an extra couple of months. So this is a great month to join.
All right. Buy now. Extended offer. There you go.
Exactly.
From Boomers, I want to thank Diane and Howard for joining us today. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thank you.
You're watching This Day. We'll be right back.
Are you looking to boost your financial knowledge in a friendly, relaxed setting? Join us at the Financial Forum Club, where we tackle important money matters together. The second Thursday of every month from 3 to 5 p.m. in Clubhouse 7. No RSVP is required. Come to learn, share, or just listen. Coffee and cookies are on us. The Financial Forum Club, your community, your future, your financial education.
At Adapt to It, we strive to make the everyday tasks easier by providing our customers with the tools they need to be successful. We carefully explain the use and care of all of our equipment. Adapt to It has been in Laguna Woods for over 20 years, and we know that nothing in life stays constant. So we can help you adapt to all the changes in your life. Adapt to It sells and rents items and always delivers with a smile. Come in today to experience what we mean when we say, when you can't change it, adapt to it.
Here in Laguna Woods, we know every drop of water matters. That's why Eco Wash SoCal comes to you. No noise, no mess. Just 16 to 32 ounces of water and 100% natural products. We clean your car while you enjoy golf, tennis, or pickleball. Safe, silent, and sustainable. The smarter way to care for your car. Eco Wash SoCal. Delivered to your door. Visit EcoWashAmerica.com or call today. 786-984-2811.
What would it feel like to hear better? Many people are trapped in the isolation of poor hearing and don't realize it. Even people that are wearing other hearing aids. No buttons to push or technology to fear. Artificial intelligence and these products do all the work. Don't settle for less. And remember, tell them Stuart sent you.
Let's talk about the movies we got coming up on Friday and Saturday. There's some good ones. There's some classics in here. The Manchurian Candidate from 1962. There was in the stars Frank Sinatra. It's brought to us by Hoag Orthopedic Institute. Going to be at 2 p.m. with the subtitles and 6 p.m. without the subtitles. It's a political intrigue kind of movie. POW is brainwashed. He becomes an assassin for a Communist Party. It's a fun one. And then good intrigue in that one. And then talking about a fun one, Goodbye Girl. Fantastic romantic comedy from Neil Simon. It's brought to us by Pacific Financial Planners. It's going to be at 2 p.m. with the subtitles and 6 p.m. without the subtitles. Stars Richard Dreyfuss. He gets dumped. He comes to New York for a play. He and Marsha Mason lived together for a little while. Great comedy. It's a fun one, so make sure you see that one on Saturday. All right, let's check the weather real quick. And we got some clouds moving in, so not so much mostly sunny today as far as our sign there says. We actually have a chance for rain later this afternoon. And we're going to be warm temperatures, then cooling throughout the rest of the weekend. All right, folks, tomorrow on the program, we're going to be welcoming Memorial Care and also Sports Corner. There you go. That's some good stuff on the show. I'm Michael Taylor. That's going to do it for this edition of This Day. For all of us here at Village Television, we hope you make this day a great one.